Steps away from Alvin High School, alma mater of Nolan Ryan, the home of Freddie Valdez features a Houston sports display as eye-popping as Nolan's fastball.
I'm blessed to have a wife that allows me to do this. You know, I don't think too many people allow their husbands to have their man cave in their living room or the whole house. I'm like a little kid when it comes to when I walk in my house, I see all my sports stuff.
And now the 57-year-old Astros superfan can be like a little kid when he walks out his house, too.
It was way beyond my expectations.
When Freddie told his wife Jennifer he wanted to paint the Astros logo on their backyard fence, she suggested hiring a real artist to do it. The real big project went to Darren Smith.
It was definitely a massive endeavor going into it.
Darren tells us it took him nearly 30 sessions, each lasting 7 or 8 hours, to paint this lifelike mural of the behind home plate view of Minute Maid Park. That's a whole lot of time. And time is not something Smith has. See, art is not his full-time job.
Aside from this, I also work as a personal trainer and a tumbling coach for a local cheer team. I'm also a father of a 6-year-old daughter. So my time is a little bit spread out. Unfortunately, this is a very part-time at the moment.
But Freddie says Darren should plan to find the time to come back and do more work on his fence later this year. No, the mural is perfect, but it's also partial.
Painting metal on wood, making it look realistic.
Freddie specifically asked Darren to include the Astros' 2 World Series trophies. In that vacant space to the left, that was intentional too.
That was perfectly done like that because I plan on more trophies coming in. So maybe this year, 2024, add another one. So we'll be calling Darren back after October.
Freddie Valdez, who already displays Astros fandom on his walls, his skin,
Houston Astros,
and his fence, appears to have room for more. As River Oaks Country Club hosts the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championship, top-ranked players and title winners are on full display. Not nearly as visible, tucked in a tiny office down a hallway, is someone who has a hand in what's in the hand of every player in the tournament.
To be able to kind of assist somebody, you know, in their craft as well.
Randy Gibson has been stringing rackets at tennis tournaments for more than 2 decades, including the last 4 U.S. Opens. He and his team of 2 other stringers will do every racket for almost every player during the event. And what an event it is. Randy says because of the courts and the conditions, no other tournament keeps him as busy as this one.
In Houston, and especially because it's clay court, we'll always do more than 350 rackets. Clay court has moisture, gets, you know, and the ball, the strings wear probably a little bit more in general.
On this board outside the office, fans and casual tennis players can learn what type of racket, string, and tension top players use, each the responsibility of Randy. We ask about the pressure and tension of having to produce the perfect pressure and tension for the best players on the planet.
For some, it is even more important than you would even think. So at that point, all my job is, it's not about my thoughts, my opinions, it's about what they want, and you just make sure that they're happy.
But sometimes the players are not happy, and it's not the racket's fault. So how does it hit Randy when he sees a player hit his racket in frustration, destroying all that work?
Every once in a while you say, oh man.
Randy has a hand in the racket that's in the hand of every player. And it's better for just about everyone involved if it stays in their hand. Inside the Stafford High School gym, there's practice and there's perspective.
Really excited to watch them play on that floor.
On this floor, as the Spartans prepare for the state Final Four, they worked out below banners celebrating the program's prior trips to state. But the last Stafford team to qualify for the state tournament, the 2020 squad, does not have a banner. That's because COVID canceled that year's semifinals and final.
We were there and didn't actually get to step on the floor. And just as soon as the regional tournament ended, I had a bunch of text messages and calls from those guys, the 2020 guys that didn't get to play. So they're excited for our team.
Head coach David Montano says because of how the season ended for that 2020 team, he will never take for granted a trip to the state tournament. One member of this season's Spartans does not take for granted the opportunity to shoot into a basket.
Watch them shoot the ball around and see how it's come around full circle for him.
6'11" Stafford senior Dom Salon is a native of Senegal who most recently lived in Italy. Before moving to the United States in 2022, Dom posted this video to TikTok showing him training with a makeshift basketball hoop during a visit to his home country. In Senegal, soccer, not basketball, is the sport of choice. The video of him shooting into a tire has more than 2 million views.
I started playing soccer, and then I was too tall to be playing goalkeeper. So I just basically focused on studies and stuff, and then I started playing basketball a little bit by myself.
He's now helped lead Stafford to the state tournament, where he'll play on the biggest basketball stage for high schoolers in Texas.
It means a lot, because that's why we're here. That's the whole goal of the season. I'm more excited than nervous, because I think I can play at that level.
Whether it's being grateful to shoot into a basket rather than a tire, or being happy to actually take the floor after qualifying for state, count on the Stafford Spartans to appreciate the opportunity in front of them this weekend.